this is the first time I'm commenting really on the Uvalde shooting, and I just saw something in the New York Post that I'm freaking outraged.
Look like a guy with a plan.
I just want to point out that the New York Post is where I get a lot of my Florida man stories. So take that for what it's worth.
Welcome back to
He's
NothingYet
getting
Live.
outraged at New York
Welcome back
Post.
to NothingYet Live. I'm the Jay Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
Prepared to shred. Oh, Power Road.
Here.
But I'm freaking outraged.
He's outraged.
His mom was quoted. The shooter has killed 19 innocent kids. He had his reasons for doing what he was doing. Please don't judge him. He had his reasons for killing 19.
So he's going after the mom.
Fourth graders.
He's not going after the entities that sold him 2 AR-15s and how many rounds of ammo?
All of it.
He's not going after the people who read his social media posts saying he was going to go shoot up a school. He's not talking about the police who didn't enter the building, who were too scared to get shot.
Goes back to the beginning of the show where I was just like, maybe in Texas, it's not weird for an 18-year-old to buy a couple of AR-15s and a couple thousand rounds.
Okay, well, this guy is not from Texas. He's from New York.
Young elementary schools, he had his reasons. Yeah, maybe you're the reason.
And you think that mom isn't getting death threats? You think that mom hasn't fucking paid? Her mom got shot in the face by her son.
Shot in the face.
She's probably getting death threats. She probably has journalists camped out.
And then we have
in front of her house.
I love this 1990s gold or 80s gold, like Don Jr.
You know, in the 90s, when I was like a budding graphic artist, I created shit like this. It's so easy. Did it just get too hot, maybe? Oh, everything went. Oh, because that.
Nope, that's what.
There we go.
Because it went on survival mode.
Oh, because it's so low. Is it charging?
No, it's fine.
But we're not supposed to judge this piece of crap who shot and killed 19 kids. He had his reasons, right? Screw you. This is so much of the problem in our society. There's always an excuse. There's no accountability.
This is classic bully behavior. What bullies do is they go after the weakest possible person they can and completely ignore the wily, intelligent alphas who are in charge of this shit.
What a co-op.
He's going after the most vulnerable, weak person he possibly can. I don't know how much responsibility she bears for this. Probably none. I have a 19-year-old at home. They are an adult. I have control over certain things. I don't have control over other things. Do you think she could have prevented that kid from going out and buying those 2 AR-15s? Even if she wanted to, what's she going to do? Tackle him? That would be all that she could do, and that would be assault.
He's like, stunning in red claim. Watch.
Allowed to actually say anything about it, right? We're supposed to see something, say something, but we all know that you actually see something and say something. You're labeled, you're bigoted. I can't believe you do that. Maybe you misgendered the person.
Maybe they're talking about you raped somebody or fucking murdered. Like maybe they
misgendered them. Oh, sweetheart.
I thought he was talking about himself.
Say anything about it, right? We're supposed to see something, say something, but we all know that you actually see something and say something. You're labeled, you're bigoted. I can't believe you do that. Maybe you misgendered the person.
Okay, now, before you get to the misgendered thing.
I think it speaks for itself.
This reminds me of MTG going like, you get spit on and you like it's normal.
Yeah.
You get spit on and people are hating on you and like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. It's like, dude, it doesn't happen. It just happened to you.
And you do it to people.
And this is what he's saying here. Like,
it's because he does it. That's what he does.
They'll go after
hey, stop it for a second. I have to say this.
Oh, the misgendering.
No, I'm not going to talk about that. If somebody said, hey, Don, your brother Eric is acting crazy. He went out and bought an AR-15 and a shit ton of ammo and is joking online about shooting up a school. Is he trying to make a point? Maybe you should do something about your brother. How do you think he'd react to that? You fucking liberal, you fucking libtard.
I don't know.
Really? Do you think he would?
No, I think they throw him under the bus, literally, but also literally.
Okay. How about Jared? What if it was Jared? I mean, let's be real.
That man couldn't hold a rifle.
Okay, I know.
Oh, I mean, I use the term man loosely.
Okay, but
Got
let's say,
Jared's man card.
let's say he was threatening to, I don't know,
Pull out a bigger set of balls.
maybe he was going to hire somebody to do it. I mean, how do you think he would react? Do you think he would say, "Oh my God, I'm going to see what I can do about? I am going to the police"?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think he
look.
would. What do you guys
Look,
think?
I don't deal in hypotheticals. How many rails has he done? I don't know. How many piles has he done? I don't know.
But I think the hypothetical matters here because he's being hypothetical.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't think.
But they get to be hypothetical.
I get to be hypothetical too.
No.
Yeah, I do.
No, because you're a logical thinking person.
Okay.
So you're not allowed to be hypothetical.
Okay.
You have to only speak
I've heard other things about.
We can only speak with numbers and facts. That's all we can do.
I'm not that logical.
Neither are they.
So I think I can speak to what he's talking about.
You're labeled. You're bigoted. I can't believe you do that. Maybe you misgendered the person. They'll go after you for hate crimes. You'll get sued for stating the obvious.
Obvious.
Yeah. You're not allowed to actually say something. You're supposed to, but we all know how it really works, right?
Dude, is this like his stepmom saying, like, with the do you don't really care, do you?
Yeah.
Is that what the fuck he is saying?
You'll get sued for stating the obvious. You know, you're not allowed to actually say something. You're supposed to, but we all know how it really works, right? It's the gun. It's not the sociopath wielding it, folks. If it wasn't for the gun, this kid would be a well-adjusted, reasonable individual. He'd be a wonderful human being.
No, but he would be one without a gun.
He wouldn't have done the exact same thing with a bat or a bomb.
Dude, that shit is personal.
Stop
it. Or a machete. He's a great kid.
Okay.
Dude, it takes a book. You got to stab somebody. Like, you got to be.
Okay, but
like,
the real question is, let's say it's not personal. Let's say he just has a boner to go stab or hit a bunch of people with bats. How many people could he kill?
Before I got to him?
No. Let's leave you out of it for just a second.
Before Anna could knock his face off.
If he were in
if
he were in a school doing what he did, and you think of how many people he shot in that length of time, you take that length of time and give him a bat instead of an AR-15. How many people could he have killed before about 30 people tackled him, including kids?
There is a game called How Many 5-Year-Olds Could You Take Out? But yeah, I mean.
So he hits one person with a bat. He goes into a classroom. He hits a kid with a bat.
The teacher just takes the bat. The teacher or whatever.
The teacher storms on top, lands on top of the kid. The kids pile on top.
Yeah.
One person is injured.
It's not like in the movies where it's just like where you have like one dude and there's a bunch of people and they all attack one at a time. And it's always
like one is waiting
when
politely.
you just boink like all on him at once, right? Yeah, if you had a bat.
They'd say, "Hey, Timmy,
it makes sense.
Go get the blankets from the nap room and throw them on top of this guy."
Look, you're preaching to the choir on this. It's just like, yeah, obviously.
But I'm just pointing out
a fucking machete. Like, I could do a lot of damage with a machete, but not nearly as much as I could do with an AR-15. Give me an AR-15 over a machete.
If you had a machete and 15 people jumped on you, you might get another stab.
I might cut a few people.
You might cut a few people, maybe 4.
Even with my big sword, but whatever.
That
AR-15, definitely.
The sword is heavy.
Look, what's going to happen is once, I'm telling you, once the cops start getting shot the fuck up with these weapons, that's when the law will change. I guarantee it. Once the cops are being targeted, like that dude in Dallas, look, when he shot up all those cops, he was specifically targeting cops.
Reagan.
And then you know what they did? They just blew him up.
Well, Reagan was an advocate of gun control, at least at one
Well,
point,
when
but
it
it was
was-
because
They
the
were
Black Panthers.
AK-47s.
Well,
Yeah.
he said it was because of the Black Panthers.
The way that the direction that this shit is going in is so obvious to me, because I maybe basically because I've seen it before, maybe because I'm a history buff, maybe because like it's obvious to me.
Okay, keep playing him because I don't have
I
a
will
concussion.
keep playing him all day.
I don't have a concussion yet.
We have to pretend that even the biggest psychos are totally great for fear of reprisal, for fear of the lawsuits, for fear of being stigmatized and maligning
Stigmatized?
ourselves for
Is he
speaking those
projecting
things
like a
and
motherfucker
calling
or
out
what?
the obvious. That's what's going on right now, guys.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. We've been coddled for too long. We teach to the lowest common denominator.
Don't even, before you even get to the word coddled, and you're talking about DJ TJ, look, I get it. I know where you're going to go.
Give up your golden toilet and then we'll talk. Let's start with that.
It's too easy. We're
We
better
pretend
than
that
this.
everything is great and fine because we can't acknowledge anymore that people are screwed up. We can't acknowledge what the actual causes are. It's not, a drug addict.
No projection at all.
mother, and a
Oh,
missing
drug addict.
father, and a lack of religion.
No projection there.
Indoctrination
Lack of
programs in our
religion.
schools.
No
acknowledge-
projection there. Hey, you need to get together with Pastor Locke and he'll have him
Indoctrination.
quiz you on the Bible.
The next three things he says are so stunningly projected. Like I don't even know what to fucking say about it.
Sigmund Freud is flipping in his grave
We
right now.
pretend that everything is great and fine because we can't acknowledge anymore that people are screwed up. We can't acknowledge what the actual causes are. It's not, a drug addict, mother, and a missing father, and a lack of religion, indoctrination programs in our schools, crazy teachers.
You went to private schools. I don't even know who your mom is. Your dad was pretty much absent. I mean, I'm going to go with you nailed it. Your own psych profile, bro.
You just self-owned and
What's-
you don't even know it.
It's so perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm going to go through it one more time.
Coddled for too long.
Coddled.
We teach to the lowest
Not
common
coddled.
denominator, failing anyone who had a chance beyond that.
Never
We
coddled.
pretend that everything is great and fine because we can't acknowledge anymore that people are screwed up.
Because he's never had to pretend that it was great and fine, right?
He's never
He's
been
had the dream life. But
he's never been
had-
accountable for anything.
but he's had to pretend that everything is great
Yeah.
and fine.
Yeah.
Failing anyone who had a chance beyond that.
Pretending everything is fine.
We pretend that everything is great and fine because we can't acknowledge anymore that people are screwed up.
I'm sorry,
His
Don
family.
Jr. Yeah.
We can't
Oh my
acknowledge what
God.
the actual causes are. It's not, a drug addict, mother, and a missing father, and a lack of religion, indoctrination programs in our schools.
Don Jr. drops the mic on himself. You heard it here
the
first on
racist crap
KRT.
I've been talking about in this video. It's none of those things.
None. I'm so sad.
Well, he's so sad because he's killing himself softly with his song.
Sparker.
Oh my God.
Look at him. Look at him. He's
How
like,
much coke
look,
did
look,
he do
look.
before
Aaron, let's
that?
do this. Ready? Look. Ready?
Never ends, man.
Never
It's
ends, man.
obviously not the total lack of any discipline, patience, perseverance. That's just gone from society. It has nothing to do with that, guys. It's none of those things. It's whatever we can throw a pill at. That makes it go away. It's not a real problem. Just medicate, give them pills. Everyone wins.
Or
It's
put it up your
fine.
nose. Put it straight up your nose. Forget the pills. I know
I
you got a
believe-
problem with pills.
I
but
believe everything he says. He speaks from absolute experience.
You know,
this
you-
man is speaking from experience.
they've thrown pills at him and he either wouldn't take them or he squashed them and put them up his nose because that's
Y'all-
okay.
Look, you want to put this in the thing because if y'all guys, if you guys want to know how this man grew up in this diatribe, exactly what his life.
If you want to know what keeps him awake at night, besides the,
this
is all of it.
It's so obvious to the rest of us that aren't blinded by our own greatness. Oh, Icarus.
Those of us who really don't ever pretend everything is okay, at least I don't.
We're going to dip out with this.
If it wasn't for the gun, this kid would be a well-adjusted, reasonable individual. He'd be a wonderful human being, right? He wouldn't have done the exact same thing with a bat or a bomb or some sort of improvised device or a machete. He's a great kid. Don't judge him.
So attack
We
their
have
mom.
to pretend that even the biggest psychos are totally great for fear of reprisal, for fear of the lawsuits, for fear of being stigmatized and maligned. Our
Down, I can feel it.
Enough is enough. We've been too long. We teach to the lowest.
What about you and Eric?
Failing anyone who had a chance beyond that. We pretend
There can only
that
be one
is,
Don Jr.
is great and fine because we can't acknowledge anymore that people are screwed up.
This man is
We can't
bearing
acknowledge what
his
the
soul.
actual causes are. It's not, a drug addict, mother, and a missing father, and a lack of religion, indoctrination programs in our schools, you crazy teachers, teaching some of the crap I've been talking about in this video. It's none of those things.
We'll be back in a moment with Florida Man. Look, hey, I can be the biggest asshole of them all. This young man is bearing his soul. Everything he is saying is true about himself.
Somebody hit a nerve. Something hit a nerve.
I wish my dad loved me as much as these dead kids' dads do.
Oh.
Hashtag dick move. I am the Jay Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
We'll be back in a moment with Florida Man, and this
is Nothing Yet Live.